Welcome home all on a very special Sunday evening. For those of you out there that are aware, it is Sunday. It is also March 8th. So that means it is International Women's Day. So not going to be here too long. We're not doing a full-blown show. I wanted to do something nice and concise, good positive message, and say a little bit about something that I've been contemplating over the week leading up to this. And quite literally for a lifetime, quite literally for a lifetime. So today is International Women's Day. It is March 8th. That is the normal day that it's on, so keep that in your calendar. You always know when it is, not just for ladies, but for the guys as well. That's us. And give you a short, brief take from my perspective on International Women's Day and what it means, at least for me, a guy, not a lady, not a female, but how we can get to that point where it isn't just women that are celebrating this day. It should be men also celebrating the day with women and the things that they do. So what you have right next to me is, thought this is a cool little image of, International Women's Day 2020. And it has to do with just females, all different shapes, sizes, colors, stripes, ethnicities, regions, backgrounds, anything you could imagine, the differences and the variety and the comprehensiveness of what women are, as a whole. And so it's Wonder Women. I thought it was a really cool image, really strong looking, like in your face thing. Thought that was kind of cool because I kind of like strong women. So what I'm going to do is give you a handful, 2 or 3 images that I've kind of gone over for the week that kind of struck me and that I wanted to share with you on this particular day. So let's see if we can pull up that first one, KP, besides that one. So we move that over a little bit. Can we move that over a little bit? Yeah. Okay, so this is an image. It's actually an image and a quote by Coco Chanel, the renowned and accomplished and worldwide known fashion, not just designer, but beyond, fashionista, fashion icon. And definitely known for her ability to just communicate her message and get it out there because she was fearless. But it struck me as something that I think it's simple in concept, but I've used this line before, simple in concept, difficult in application because it requires a lot of people to apply this mentality that goes along with it. So I think also what I'm going to do is I had fun on the Friday night. Once we get this image, sliced so you can read the whole thing, but we did something on the Friday that was in Spanish and English, so I'm gonna do a little bit of Spanish as much as I can to go along with what we're doing. In addition, so for para mi gente en español, este show es para International Women's Day, para las mujeres en tu vida or en todo el mundo. So here we go. The quote is, a woman should be 2 things. Una mujer debe de ser 2 cosas. Who and what she wants. Quién y cuál que ella quiere. In Spanish. There we go. Getting a little bit better, right? So a woman should be 2 things, who and what she wants. Drop the mic, done. Great quote, right? That's telling you ladies out there that you shouldn't have to make choices about who and what you're going to be. You should just be whatever the hell you want to be. Period. And make that happen. And do, move heaven and earth and get people on board, people around you, women and men, that are fully not just supportive of, but fully actualizing you in supporting that goal. It's a powerful statement, and it stuck with me because there are a lot of good statements, a lot of good one-liners, a lot of good words, and a lot of good images that I saw that I felt were strong and that lent credibility to International Women's Day and women doing their thing, one way or the other. But this one really struck me, moved me, and I think, as a matter of fact, I put it up on most of my social media feed, my pages, so that they're there to view, and I think I'm going to leave them up for the week at least. So one more time, from Coco Chanel, the fashion icon, a woman should be 2 things, who and what she wants, period, exclamation point. Drop a mic and everything else on it, because that's about as powerful a line as you're going to get. I'm in full support of that. I absolutely believe that any female, any woman should be whoever the hell she wants to be. Whatever it is, however she is, that's where we go. And so again, not just females, but gents, if you're watching tonight, guys, I've always found that gentlemen that are strong with themselves are entirely comfortable and entirely strong with women doing their thing, whatever the hell it is, even if it means you have to get out of the way a little bit. That's okay too. Sometimes it's cool to kick back and let the women in your life take charge and handle some business, because believe it or not, they might actually be able to handle some business. Believe it or not, for you guys out there. Okay, let's grab a second one, KP. There we go. This one was another one. This one like just struck me to my core. So it speaks specifically of this International Women's Day. Let us teach our boys to respect women, as this is what gentlemen do. And so I know I've been on air and I've said specifically, I live the motto, M-O-T-T-O, not just the model, M-O-D-E-L, but I live the motto of gentleman, warrior, scholar. That's what I think dads should be raising their boys to be. Gentleman, warrior, scholar. Notice I put gentleman up front. And it goes beyond just Sir Walter Raleigh laying down his cloak so the queen can walk over the puddle. It's far beyond that, ladies and gentlemen. It's much, much further than that. You can balance, and I'm gonna speak specifically here. You can balance being a macho man, a macho gentleman, while still fully actualizing the women in your life and women in general as a whole. You can do that. You don't have to be one negatively and not the other. You can balance that. So being a gentleman is a hell of a lot more than just, again, laying down a cloak, opening a door, paying for a dinner. It's far, far more than that. Those are monetary, material things. You really want to actualize women. You really want to be that guy. You want to be the gentleman. Let women do their thing and do everything to make sure that they reach their full potential. Do everything to make sure they are fully actualized. And fight tooth and nail. Not always physical, watch yourself, but fight tooth and nail to make sure that the women in your life, whether they, in my case, be mothers, wives, daughters, friends, family, etc., do everything you can to make sure they have the ability to fully actualize who they are. So I really, really love this quote. It's a great one because this one speaks specifically to my group, gentlemen, guys, because the hardcore truth is this. Women can want and hope to be this, but if guys don't help and we're actively in the way, they'll never get there. Okay, it's hard to, and this will lead to my last quote in a second here, but women need to have gentlemen on board. If that weren't the case, we wouldn't have income inequality. We wouldn't, we wouldn't be dealing with issues about equal pay for equal work. We wouldn't have, in our area, Marjorie Mason Center, which is about battered women being physically and mentally abused by men, whether it be boyfriends or spouses. That all takes place. And I'm going to say it, that's not women that do it, it's men that do that to women. So this one is apropos as all hell in my world. Ladies, I'm not speaking to you directly. I'm telling you as a byproduct of my thought on this. I'm speaking directly to gentlemen right now. Men, you guys out there, if you're down with SuperMex Nation, if you're down with me, SuperMex, then this is who you are. If you're not like that, you're probably not watching me anyway, which you probably shouldn't because I got nothing for you. Got absolutely nothing for you. All right. So one more time, this International Women's Day, let us teach our boys to respect women as this is what gentlemen do. Statement of fact. Gentlemen do that. Have respect for their wives, their mothers, their daughters, their spouses, girlfriends, whatever, you name it. And I will go on record and say that without any hyperbole whatsoever, I've raised one of those. I have absolutely raised one of those. I've raised a gentleman. He has never been disrespectful, discourteous. He has never done things to women that, in my opinion, were inappropriate. And he has lived a good life because of it, and he's going to end up getting married because of it with a good wife, good woman. So I feel like I've done my part, but it's not enough to just do your part solely. It's not enough to just do an individual thing for yourself and yours. It's more to get beyond that, which in this case is the genesis for the show tonight. So last time, this International Women's Day, that's today, and going forward, gentlemen, and going forward, let us teach our boys to respect women as this is what gentlemen do. Remember, guys, especially young guys, if you're watching me, my young bloods, my students, my former fighters and wrestlers, gentleman, scholar, warrior. If you ain't that, you ain't me. You ain't down with SuperMex. Okay, last quote, KP. Love this one because this sums it all up, guys specifically. This sums it all up. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. It's literally a logical fallacy. Quote that. It is a logical fallacy to believe that the human race, humanity as a whole, this general population that we call humanity, can achieve its full potential if one component, over half of that whole, is actively held back for purposes that are 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 years of recorded history deep, and further beyond that if you want to go historically into the fossil record. Okay? It's fundamentally foolish. It's not smart. And I'll just drop a bow on it. It's just dumb. It's stupid to think that we're going to reach our full potential as a human race if 1/2 plus, because there are more women than there are guys, if 1/2 of our population as a whole on this planet are not fully actualized and don't reach their full potential because they don't have the ability to succeed and materialize what they have upstairs and who they are here and here. So I absolutely love this quote. I'm going to leave this one up in our group. I'll put this up tonight on SuperMex Nation, then I'll add it to Twitter, all my other social media feeds. But it is apropos for the moment. We're seeing some of those things even in our country where women are not fully actualized, and the ones that try to make that happen are looked at and demeaned. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. As a matter of fact, if you're one of those guys doing that to a woman or women in general, do that in front of me. Do that in front of me. Find me. I will defend the female. I'll defend the woman trying to reach her full potential. You won't last because it is moving that way. Inexorably, methodically, and with purpose. Women are going to get their turn. A few numbers before we head out here because it's a short night. I'm just giving you my message for the night. I want you to consider this. In the United States of America, the greatest country on the face of the planet, we still are, even with the stupid stuff we're pulling right now. And I'll say it, and even I love my country as much as anybody. As much as anybody. I'd die for my country. We're doing some stupid things right now. Even in this country, at this point, in this time, we have still not fully actualized females. But, ladies out there, none but love for you because what's coming is a tsunami of women and women engagement and women being involved, kicking the door down and getting their turn. We have the largest number of females, women, in the history of this country. In the history of this country, since we started this mess 243 years ago. The largest number of women in the Congress, both the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. And even though it didn't go all the way through, and I was actually hoping, and I'll say it, I do believe we need to have a female president. It may not happen this time, but it needs to happen sooner than later. Why? Am I a one-issue vote? I'm getting there, guys, ladies, I'm getting there. If for 243 years of our existence as a country, since 1789, 230-something, if we've gotten to this point, and I have to listen to guys cry and complain about all the damn things that are wrong in this country, why don't we let a woman take a shot at it? Why don't we let a woman run the show? Could they be any worse than what the hell we've been doing? I don't think so. Why don't we let women take a poke at leading and approaching problems and difficulties from an entirely different perspective than ours? They may actually solve problems that we cannot. Because again, if you're willing to complain about the problems in this country and the world in general right now, it's been mostly males, almost entirely, and in the United States' case, it's been only males that have run the show. So if you want to cry about what is, don't cry when a woman kicks the door down and she's the president and does things that we have never seen before and solves problems that we've never solved. I think I've given you where I'm at. It is deep-seated and to my core. I fundamentally believe that at this point. It's just logic, ladies and gentlemen. Quite literally, it's just logic. If this is the way we've been doing it, and some of it is not good, why don't we get someone that thinks differently than what has been there in the past? And there is no more fundamental shift in psychology of leadership than having a female instead of a male. We're there. We are absolutely there. So before I go, and I leave with this quote here, let's leave this one up, KP. Absolutely love this one. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back, because it is true. It is true. I want to give a shout out because that's what you do, right? I'm quite literally here because of a powerful mother. Lost my pop when I was a little boy, raised by a single mom. Single mom. Raised 3 kids on her own and made it happen. Single woman, made it happen. No man, after my age of 9 and my younger brothers and sisters younger than I, no man. It was all my mom. She made it happen. She raised me. And I appreciate what women do, and I appreciate the strength in women that is misunderstood by men. Absolutely misunderstood. I see the value, I see the honesty, I see the discipline, I see the integrity, I see the backbone and the strength of a woman that will absolutely make things happen because she has no choice. That's a strong woman. So in addition to my mother, I've got a powerful wife. I've got an incredible young female for my daughter, 18 years old, just finished high school and going off in the world, going to do her thing. I am literally, quite literally propped up and supported, actualized, see how that works the other way? Actualized by very, very powerful, smart women that quite literally give me the ability to do all the things that I'm going to do and that I have done. My successes, my failures, won't count those. My successes at the least, that's all because of females. I would literally not be here if it weren't for a female. I would not exist. And I'm not talking about being born. I'm talking about the fact that I probably should have been dead 5 times over before I hit 18 years old. But I had a mother that gave me everything I needed to survive, want, and now thrive. I can't explain any more in detail than that. That's for all you gentlemen, and I hope you ladies understand that some of us guys out there really do understand, even if we're not a female. We do understand what it is you sacrifice. We understand what it is you give. We understand the component of you not being able to do things because there are active forces working against you. So again, to my mom, to my wife, to my daughter, and to all the women that I've ever known that have supported me or been there for me, including now. I got a lot of you ladies that watch my show, support what we're doing, believe in who I am. Some of you, I had a good compliment about a year ago. The best compliment I could have got was, she said that she hopes that her son grows up to be a man like me. So that's kind of, it's a little, it's potent and heady. You don't like talking about those things. I don't like doing that. I don't want to talk about, myself personally, but it staggered me, and what it did is it gave me purpose and principle to go forward along the same road and to keep doing the things that we're doing on the show and in general just living a regular life. So that is important to me. So I want all of you guys gentlemen, definitely, young guys, older guys, whatever, guys, listen to what I have to say. Listen to this particular short episode. Internalize. I'm deadly serious about what I'm saying. If you're not one of those, then you're wrong. You know what I'm talking about. You're wrong. Take care of your women. Appreciate them. Don't just be there to say good things. Support them. Let them do their business. Fully actualize them. Give them all the tools, abilities, and resources, and sometimes get the hell out of the way and let them handle their business. That's what SuperMex Nation is all about. We'll be back. I think I'm going to do a show tomorrow. It'll be a top country songs of 2010s, the whole decade. We already did 2019. But I want to thank you guys for being with me on a short, abbreviated Sunday night to celebrate International Women's Day. If you do nothing else, go give your mother, your wife, your daughter, go give them a big kiss. Tell them nothing but love for you. And, have a great week, and I want to be there for you when you do your cool things, right? That's it. So we'll be back up tomorrow, and then we'll have, for the entire week, a full week's worth of programming from a variety of different ways and a variety of different sources, all original content, all original program on SuperMex Nation. And the beauty of it is, on SuperMex Nation, we have white, black, blue, brown, green, you name it, we've got it. We've got males, we've got females, we've got younger, we've got older. That's my nation. That's SuperMex Nation. So with none but love for the ladies in the world tonight, I should have played the Julio Iglesias and Willie Nelson song, To All the Girls I've Loved Before. That's a great tune. Nothing but love for you. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I look forward to seeing you in the coming days on SuperMex Nation. Nothing but love for you.